and make some money. Yo, you know what? That'll buy me a whole lot of Detroit signed shirts.
No,
from the
things just
Woodward Sports
retired, bro. Let it go. Let it go.
Hey, what up, though, people? Welcome back. It is Wake Up Woodward. We appreciate you guys for kicking off your day with the Woo crew. We got the entire starting five in the building. It's your boy Brandon Dent, aka Detroit Kool-Aid, your credentialed Pistons reporter and writer for the network. We got Flannel Sam, the vet of the network. Hey, in the sound booth, Detroit's #1 draft pick, KG. Woodward Sports' MVP, JB Smooth in the TD booth, and our credentialed Tigers reporter and writer for the network, that is Mr. Matt Broder. And we got a legend with us for Woodward Pistons segment, so let's get that drum roll going. Hey, yo! Shout out and welcome to the legend, Detroit News Rod Beard. You see me decked out in the always Detroit gear, man. Hey, we'll take it away with Rod's thoughts, and then we got Pistons news, and then guess what? Swish or brick?
Swish or break.
Yeah, right.
Goodness. Okay, if it's a swish or break,
I need a swish or break right now.
All right, but let's kick things off with Rod's thoughts.
So, Derrick Rose got released yesterday from Memphis.
I saw that.
And I said, you know what? Just making a little joke. Hey, CC Trajan Langley as a retweet there, and people got all up in arms. They don't need another non-contributor.
He got Flannel Sam.
Have you looked at this roster? These cats are not
no, he was preaching. He was preaching.
It's not a good face to get stuck on.
Oh, man, he was preaching. We got to get him back.
So it's people understanding if you've got an open roster spot or if you're able to maneuver and get Derrick Rose, it's not so he can come in and play 20 minutes and take time away from Jaden Ivey or anybody else. It's just to have a veteran presence to tell people what to do on the bench, in the locker room, on the bus, in the hotel, whatever. Just to give them a veteran presence. And it doesn't cost a lot if he's making the vet minimum.
I think he will work wonders with Jaden Ivey. I do.
Talk about it.
No, I just think their games are very similar. He can show Jaden Ivey, how to, operate within the offense and things of that nature, especially when pushing the ball up. I think that would be a great move, right? Honestly.
No, and it's not going to cost you a lot, but it's just to slow these guys down and tell them how to think through. And I think that's an apt comparison. The speed that D Rose played at in his prime and the reckless abandon that he went at the rim and just dunked on people with two hands at full speed is the same way. If you turn Jaden Ivey into any semblance of that, it's a win.
It's a win. And so, you know what? We're going to talk about Jaden Ivey today in our Swish or Break.
We are.
Swish or Brick segment, but
too late. Get us sponsor. Get a Philly lunch sponsor. Let's go.
Let's go. Hey, man. Yeah, it's a day. You know what? And it's Cade Cunningham's birthday. Shout out to the Cade Zone. He turns 23 today. And the Detroit Pistons, they got a big party in the middle of downtown Detroit at Campus Martius Park today between 1 and 5:30. Big Sean, StockX, and the Detroit Pistons, they all teamed up to have this community event. You want to go down there, and it is free to attend. Big Sean even tweeted it out there. He said, hey, guys, come out and meet us. I can't wait to see you guys out there. It's going to be food. It's going to be drinks. It's going to be music, and it's going to be live. And Cade Cunningham is actually going to be out there, too. So hope to see you guys down there. I'm going to get down there hopefully like around 12:30 today. But looking forward to that event, and I'm hoping that you guys are, too. It's a good way to kick things off.
2 blocks from the office. 2 blocks from the office. I think I'm going to have to go and get some lunch there.
Hey, we might have to go down there and get some lunch. You know what? Meet Cade, meet Big Sean. It's going to be a time, man. I can't wait. And you know, it's ever appropriate. Media Day is on the 30th for the Detroit Pistons. That is Monday, the same day that we have Monday Night Football as well. So it's Detroit sports, man. Things are just drumming up into kind of full effect right now. As well as the Pistons, they announced the rest of their their coaching staff, Luke Walton and others as well. We tweeted that out, and you can see more about that on Woodward Sports socials. I don't think that there's pretty much any more news, but there are some people at their other media days who are starting to take shots at the Pistons. And it's interesting because I believe that they've made some improvements that are flying under the radar, and now the NBA world is starting to let us know that as well. I know Evan Fournier took some shots on the way out, like he got new life, and I understand it. But he said he got new life when he got to the Olympics team and away from Detroit. Jalen Brown, he said, you know what, man, when we play in the Pistons, We let the bench take over. We let those guys take over, man. It's the Pistons. I'm hoping that they take this stuff personal because the theme of our Swish or Brick today, and chat family, stay engaged because we have a giveaway. All right? Stay engaged with Broder, and you have to woo one Flannel Sam.
Ooh.
Against your better judgment.
That's a hard thing to do, y'all.
Yeah.
That is not easy to do.
But the theme today is why the Detroit Pistons will win 30-plus games. Swish or Brick and KG.
Yes, sir.
We got those questions ready?
We do.
And some music.
They are more like statements. Let me get some
right.
music going here. Top 5 reasons why the Pistons will win over 30 games. You said over or 30 exactly?
30 plus.
30 plus games. All right. First one here. Tobias Harris will be a 20-point per game, 7 rebound, and 3.5 assist guy for the Pistons this year. Swish or Brick?
And listen, we're going to make sure we get everybody's answers, but Tobias Harris is now playing with a playmaker like Cade Cunningham, who is looking for him. If you're telling me that you bringing in these shooters to help out Cade Cunningham, then to me, naturally, that means that Tobias Harris's game is going to take a jump, playing with a guy like that and getting probably better looks from behind the arc. So this is the Swish or Brick for you guys. Flannel Sam.
I'm going to go Brick. And that's not hate. I think Tobias will average about 17 or 18, but I like the rebound and assist numbers. So just throughout his career, he's usually been around between 16 and 19. I think he'll cross the 20 threshold a couple of times. So give me about 18 per game, but still a very productive season.
JB Smooth.
Give me Brick on this one as well too. I'm just being realistic. I can be optimistic about it, but it's a Brick for me.
Mr. Matthew Broder.
I'm going Brick too for the same reasons.
Give me Brick, but this one of them ones that hit the rim, bounce straight up, and then just falls off just slightly.
You can see it.
Yeah, I can see it.
Let's see.
I wanted to quit vaping so bad, but it had this control over me. Quitting on my own didn't work. I felt stuck. Then I found My Life, My Quit, and I finally did it. You can too.
Save your hard-earned money with a room at Studio 6. There's a kitchen and laundry room to keep you comfortable on your longer trips, and you get discounted weekly and monthly rates at
Number 2, Mr. KG.
This one is a little more difficult. We was talking about Jaden Ivey a little earlier.
Yeah.
JB Bickerstaff will figure out the Ivy-Cade fit, and Jaden Ivey will remain in the starting lineup. Swish or Brick?
Oh, man, I already see Rod. Okay.
I see a switch over here already.
I see Mr. William Baker. He said switch. All right, listen. JB Bickerstaff, he has this experience already playing with dynamic guards who traditionally, and dynamic bigs, who traditionally people say, hey, are they going to mesh? How are you going to make this happen? And I do believe that Jaden Ivey, he was not used correctly last year. I believe JB Bickerstaff with the X's and O's and his coaching staff, they're going to figure this thing out. And Jaden Ivey and Cade Cunningham, I believe they want to figure this thing out as well. Swish or Brick?
Brick.
Oh, no.
Brick. And I don't necessarily think that it's going to not look better this year, but we're talking about being in the starting lineup the whole season. I just think the other fits, like the Malik Beasley, the Tim Hardaway Jr.'s, the Fontecchios, the Tobias Harris's, those just are better fits than Jaden Ivey. I know they don't play the same position, but you can only start 5, so give me Brick.
JB Smooth.
I got to go with Flannel on this one, Brick as well too. I just think there's better options out there.
Wow.
And I don't know. Like, if this is like 2 years, then maybe it could work, but I don't know. Off the rip, year 1, no. I'm not doing that.
Matthew Broder.
I'm going Brick because I want to see him come off the bench. I want to see him be that electric 6-man. I want that to be his role. If he works his way as a starter, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
But a guy like that as your 6-man, I'm in for that.
I appreciate that, KG.
I'm going Swish.
Hey, talk your talk.
No, I just feel like there are ways that you can stagger them and still keep them in the starting lineup. If Jaden Ivey gets more efficient around the rim and maybe he can adjust his three-point shooting a little bit, I don't see why you can't keep him in the starting lineup. I'm hopeful that they can figure that out, though.
Hey, Rod Beard, I know you've been deliberating.
I am going not even Brick. I'm going Wedgie. That the ball
Damn, right?
for the reasons that my Brick partners have said, that I don't think he's going to start. I think that the bench role is better for him. There will be he'll get enough playing time. I just don't think he starts.
Let's get into the next question, brother.
All right, question 3, or statement 3, should I say. We going to Jalen Duren.
Ooh.
Duren's defensive rating will be comparable to Nick Claxton's 119.4 rating last season. Swish or brick?
I think Claxton had an even better
Wheel over
I
here.
think Claxton had even better defensive rating than that, but just comparing it, will he be comparable to Nick Claxton's defensive rating? Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh man, gotta sell it. Rod, he has to. He has to. You're talking about the size, you're talking about the athleticism. You're hearing from Rod. Stop, man. You're talking about NBA players, former and present, saying that this guy is built right. He has all of the athleticism. The organization is saying this as well. And he stated that defense is something that he knows he has to work on. And he said it was the number one thing he was going to work on, along with some other things on the offensive side of the ball. Swish or brick, Mr. Flannel Sam?
Brick, but that's not
no hezzy.
because I don't think Jalen Duren's defense will be better. We're talking about Nick Claxton. Jalen Duren is still young. I think he might get to that by year 4 or 5, but not this year. But his defense will be slightly improved.
JB Smooth.
This is brick, man.
No faith in Jalen Duren's defense?
No, and I'm a fan of Jalen Duren as well, too, and I would love to see this happen, but as Flannel said, he's still young, he's still learning. I think he has a lot more to learn before he can be that potential top star, so this is a brick for me.
Mr. Matthew Broder.
Swish.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go swish, and I'm just gonna take a stab at this because of the players that they added. There's less focus on Duren to do everything. Like, I think he's just gonna be better at doing a few things versus being good at doing everything. So just focus on your defense, man. Offense will get a little bit better. I think he's gonna have a big year defensively.
Bro, I like that perspective because it's almost as if as a defensive player, you're playing help side. Who you defending? Everybody.
Yeah.
on last year's team. KG, what up, though?
This ain't necessarily a swish. This is more of a front rim and roll in. But do I think it'll be as good as Nick Claxton's? No, but we talking about will it be comparable? And I think it could, man. I really believe in what J.B. Bickerstaff can do with bigs. We saw what he did with Jared Allen. We saw what he did with Evan Mobley coming into the league. I think they will put an emphasis on defense for Jalen Duren this year, and I expect some improvement. I do.
That's right.
Yeah, if he stays healthy.
Yep, Mr. Rod Beard. Jalen Duren taking that defensive lead.
I'm going to agree and say that it is a front rim bounces in or
Hey.
sort of thing.
Let's go.
Because he had a 115 defensive rating last year, and the JB Bickerstaff effect is going to inch that up a little bit. It might not be exactly 119, but it's going to be close enough.
Let's rock. Next one.
Yeah. All right.
The last one?
No, two more.
Two more? All right,
two more.
let's rock
This one goes to one.
Tough one. I'm trying to visualize what a return would be if you trade him.
I am gonna go brick, like one of those around the rim and out, because I really see Isaiah Stewart's value. The fact that he improved his three-point shooting so much, credit to him. But I think they can reach 30 wins without him. I think you might get like a 2-win differential, so maybe they'll win 32 or something. But saying that Isaiah Stewart could be that big of a difference, although he is valuable, I'm gonna go a slight brick.
JB Smooth.
I gotta agree with Flannel as well too. I value him. I know the Pistons do as well too, but as Flannel said, this one kind of just rolls off the rim for me as well. It's a brick. I think they will get that 30+ wins even without him as well.
Hey, Matt Broder.
I'm gonna go brick, and I'm gonna keep it moving along.
Hey, Mr. What's yours, real quick?
This really depends on what you get back for him, but I'm gonna say swish because Paul Reed is great defensively. Don't get me wrong. Beef Stew has gotten better defensively, but the key skill between those two is that Beef Stew has become better at stretching the floor, and that's something that I think this Pistons team really needs, especially off the bench, the ability to be able to stretch with their fours. So give me a swish, man.
All right, Rob Beard.
I'm gonna say swish, but your heel is on the out of bounds line. For the reason that you said, Kool-Aid, it is what do you get back in return, and that's just an unknown. You can't figure out what that is.
Yeah.
They can win 30 with him. They can win it without, but it just depends on what that other piece is.
All right, let's get that last one teed up.
All right, last one, and this one goes to a Mr. Ron Holland, the newest Piston. Ron Holland will be top 5 in Rookie of the Year voting towards the end of the season. Swish or brick?
I got to talk to one Ron Holland and ask him about his expectations for this year ahead, and he seems a little bit miffed as to why everybody's counting him out, and he stated, bro, my expectation is to be in the Rookie of the Year race. My expectation is to contribute on defense and transition, and I'm working on my deficiencies, and we know that Fred Vincent is here to work on his shooting. Swish or brick? Ron Holland. Top 5.
I am going to go swish.
Ooh, okay.
I'm worried about his usage potentially.
Yeah.
However, I don't think this is a particularly strong rookie class when your first 2 picks are Richase and Alex Sarr. There's certainly an element of them being raw. I'm not hating on them. It's just there's no real, I think, standout favorite. So I think he'll be about 4th or 5th. So give me a swish. That's Ron Holland.
Hey, JB Smooth.
Oh, I gotta go with swish on this one as well. Top 5, as Flannel said, I didn't like a lot of people coming out of this draft, this rookie draft, but Ron Holland is definitely a bright piece that I can see making an impact on this team. It just depends on the rotation and how they put him in the lineup. So swish for me.
Matthew Broder.
I'm going to go 3 in a row, swish, because I think his defense is going to keep him on the floor to give him time to work through any offensive issues. Swish.
I see Will over there don't agree, but but I'm gonna say swish as well, and only for the sole reason that I do not believe in this draft class. This was a relatively weak draft class, and when you look at what Ron Holland brings to the table, the way he can get to the rim, the way he can play defense, I think he'll be top 5 in voting just by default. Now, will he win Rookie of the Year? That's a different question. Like Sam said, it depends on the usage, but give me a swish, man. He'll be top 5.
And round it off for the last question, Mr. Rod Beard. Top 5, Ron Holland, Rookie of the Year.
I will say brick, only because of the structure of the question. If the Pistons are going to win 30 games, he can't play a significant amount. I just don't think he'll have enough minutes and enough contribution to make that happen. If he's in that top 5 Rookie of the Year, it means he's playing more, and they're not going to win 30 games. I don't think you can have it.
It's not bad. Not a bad thought.
Man, yo, hey, what a segment. Some good answers here, some good basketball conversation. As the Detroit Pistons, man, they're the last team that fans are wondering, are they going to cash in on this upside? They made a lot of changes in the offseason, from the front office to their business strategy, to their on-court strategy with the new coaches. And, hey, you know what? Some new players as well. The vets that are going to play. The best ability is availability. That's what I believe the Detroit Pistons are going to have on their side. That's going to help them early in this season as they hope to build some chemistry and march towards 30-plus wins. I'm actually pretty optimistic about it. I hope Detroit Kool-Aid, the name, didn't give that away. But hey, we got Rod Beard, the legend, on. Thank you for your time again. Detroit News Sports Editor-in-Chief and chat family, thank you guys for engaging through that segment. I hope you guys are wooing Mr. Flannel Sam. But thank you, Rod Beard. Any last words?
No, guys. Have a great day.
Hey,
thanks, Rod.
Thank you,
Rod.
Thank you, Rod.
Thank you. As always, it's great. It's great to have the Detroit News Sports Editor-in-Chief on. Definitely make sure that you're supporting them. Great people there. Let me tell you about Sabbath Coffee.